want to say, are there any questions or anything that anyone needs me to go over? Anything that I missed, Anne, as far as the questions?
I have not seen any.
Can I ask a question? I don't see a raised hand. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, I'll show my face. Sorry, you might have gone over this. I was meeting with a student and it ran to about 11:30. So I missed a lot of this presentation. I missed the first part of it. But one of my big frustrations with the gradebook is not being able to see very much of it. You know, when you have a large class, you have 30, 40 students, 50 students, you can only see like 7 names. And then when you start scrolling, you can't see what's, is there a way to anchor the column headings? Because, you know, when I'm scrolling down, I don't even know where I am if you have so many items in there, and then like crap, and I have to keep going up and down, up and down. Is there a way to anchor the view in some way or compress it such that you can see many, many more students' names?
And you want to answer that?
You are I will. You are able to change the, Kayla, I don't think you're sharing, but if you go to the bottom, right near that icon button, there's one that says right there, edit row. Yes, edit rows displayed. So you could have 40 students showing. And I realize though you still have the issue of left to right. I do not know a way to anchor, but I will look at that and see. There may be a way to, there wasn't another version, so I'm going to look and I'll find out, Dr. Harrington.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I've done exactly what you're saying, and then it's the thing is that you have to do it every single time. It's like you do.
That may be where it'd be beneficial for you, kind of like I mentioned earlier in the session, when you have the needs grading area. So with needs grading, what you can do is you want to see grade. Are you talking about when you're grading or just when you're just looking at the grade center?
Generally, when you're just looking at the grades, not, okay, so when, you know, if you're trying to get a sense of who completed what, you know, you can do, I do all this, but when you're getting a sense of, Christine didn't take her second test, you know, or how many have done a test, you know, it's kind of, if you can go actually eat dinner or something instead of sitting in front of your computer waiting for them to scream at you because, you know, respondents went down or something. You know, it's just to get a general sense of who has done what, more just viewing the grade book. And again, I guess there is no good way. The major update that happened, the grade book, in my opinion, is much worse in terms of its appearance. Its functionality is the same, but the appearance, there are a lot of space between the students' names now, and then the column headers are really big. And so I know you can control the size of the column headers by putting like a brief name, and that does help. That does cut down on the number of rows that each column header has. But but like I said, working with larger classes, it's just a nuisance thing. It's not ultra critical, but if there is a way, I'd love to know about it.
And for some of the things that you're wanting to see, the performance dashboard may be really beneficial to you. Like you were mentioning, maybe seeing who hasn't done, who hasn't submitted an assignment, things of that nature. You may want to look at the performance dashboard for some of those items.
I could, but you know, the gradebook it's presumably gives you the same information, but it just won't display it in a nice user-friendly way. You know, another frustration that I have is when I copy a course over, and this doesn't happen every time, and I don't know what I do right and what I do wrong because I have not enough experience with this, but I get ghost columns, phantom columns that, you know, there isn't any learning content there. There isn't any assignment. I just get phantom columns that are sort of carryovers. And just by trial and error, I have tried, you know, when you go into column organization, I've tried to kill them that way. And sometimes I'm successful and sometimes not. And
unfortunately, that's a known issue we've experienced with some. That kind of mentioned that earlier. In those cases when you cannot delete a column because it looks like it's connected to some content, but you don't see the content anywhere in the course, then we recommend just hiding it from your view and hiding it from the student's view. You can contact us, and we can sometimes contact Blackboard, but we found it just, that's a known issue, and so the best thing that we have to do, unfortunately, is just to hide it in those situations.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. You're not alone in that. We've definitely seen that, unfortunately. Any other questions or anything else? Okay. So if there's nothing else, I want to let you know that we really do appreciate everyone for attending today's session. As always, we are all here to help. If you need anything, let me actually pull up the screen so that you can have our contact information just in case you don't have it or you've lost it. You have a designer that is assigned to each particular college that is available to help you. But if for some reason you need assistance and your designer's not there, we're all here to help. We work as a team together. That's what we do. We're a big team. We love helping each other to make things easier for everyone. So here's all our contact information. So at any time, feel free to reach out to us, give us a phone, give us a call, shoot us an email. We'll be glad to get with you on Zoom or however you need the help so that we can make sure that you have a great semester and that your students and you as well have a good experience with your online courses.
LaKayla or Deanne or anybody, I have another question unrelated to gradebook. If you got a minute after, and it's about Blackboard.
Sure.
Okay, if you got a minute afterwards.
Okay.
Or do you want me to ask